Today we are talking about the new Goldshell BYTE, and I have to say, to me, this is one of the coolest ASICs on the market. This is for at-home miners. I mean, it doesn't cost a lot of money, and I think it's really interesting, the idea of it. Why I think the BYTE is so cool, I first learned about this from Mining Disrupt. It has these cartridges, which is super cool, right? Because you can go from Dogecoin to Aleo, or you can have two of them being Doge, or two Aleo, or whatever else they're offering at the time. Maybe in the future they'll have even more models and more things that you could swap out. But it kind of had like a graphics card ASIC vibe to it, because you know, with graphics cards, you could always change the algorithm and simply, again, you know, just take this out, swap it out. And so I think like on a large scale, you know, I could just imagine having like 6 of these or 8 of these like in one. And so I think as like a prototype or like an initial idea, the Goldshell BYTE is freaking cool, and everybody was talking about it at Mining Disrupt. So here's everything that my BYTE came with. You can see the adapter on my left, your right, and then the actual Goldshell BYTE device itself, and then the 2 cartridges, which mine were Aleo and Dogecoin in today's video. Okay, so now we're gonna do the unboxing. So here you can see this is the box for the actual BYTE itself. This is the power cable or wall charger, and then this is the DG card and also the Aleo card. So again, that's gonna differ depending on which ones that you choose to buy. So for the miner itself, I have to say this packaging is awesome. And on the back, it does say flexible and sustainable, plug and play simplicity, low power home companion. And inside the miner box, you can see there is a cool Goldshell guide. It's pretty straightforward here. You pretty much just pull the tab on the cartridge, push it in, and then lock it in place. And also over on the right side, you can see the QR codes, which will come with your Goldshell BYTE. As far as the actual BYTE, this is what it looks like. Ooh, it's so cool. You can see the size of my hand. It's significantly smaller than my hand. And there is the cartridges that we were just talking about. The box also came with 2 cartridge protectors, which I already pre-removed. This is what the cartridges look like. Here's how you would unlock it. You just pull these tabs out on the side. This is the 2 pins that you would plug directly into your Goldshell BYTE. This is how the cartridge looks when it's empty. And you'll pretty much just align these with the ends over there, as you'll be able to see. And you just push the cartridges in. And when it's all the way in, it should lock itself. If not, go ahead and just push it in. But if it doesn't lock itself, you might be doing something wrong. On the left side of your miner, it does say TF card, which I did not use, but I did end up using my Type-C for the charger. There is a power button for the Goldshell BYTE, but I simply just plugged in the USB-C and it just did its own thing. And there's the fan, and you'll know it's working as the directions say when this fan starts spinning. Believe me, you will hear it, and it's pretty quiet actually. Your cartridges come in a box just like this. Inside of your cartridge, you'll have another user guide, and when you open it, you will see the cartridge that you have purchased. How cool is that? Now we're gonna take a look at the wall charger. It doesn't really matter where you're from, don't worry. You'll be able to find a plug just for you in your country. The packaging, once again, was phenomenal here. And here's a close-up of the 3 different type of plugs that you'll have. I, of course, chose the 110 or American plug, which just slides onto your actual adapter. This is how your adapter comes. At this point, you're just gonna take whichever plug works for you and slide it on top, and that's how it looks when it's assembled. You will then take the other end of the adapter and plug it into the Type-C port or USB-C port, also known as, and at this point you should hear the fans turn on, and then you know you're good to start. Here, download the Goldshell app and follow the instructions, and it'll be too easy to set this miner up. All right, now that the BYTE is up and running for quite some time, you can see it's about 60 watts per card or 120 watts in total at or about 116 volts. So Goldshell did a pretty good job here, estimating 60 watts, and just keep in mind that is per cartridge. So if you only have 1 cartridge, yeah, you can expect 60 watts, but if you have 2, it's gonna be 120, and that could either help or hurt your profitability.
All right, folks, so here you can see, here's the performance of our AE card, and it's doing pretty well. And do keep in mind, this was running a lot longer, but to film for you guys, I unfortunately need to turn it off for a couple hours. But you can see this is claiming it uses about 127 watts, and that's actually both of them combined. And you saw on my actual wattage, it was about 120, so pretty close to accurate there. The AE performance at the moment is getting about 6,000 kilohash or 6 gigahash. Yeah, that should go up over time for the average, but just keep that in mind. And then it's pretty cool that you can just see the difference between the 2 cartridges, and it's saying for our Doge or our script miner, getting about 83 mega hash, and again, combined wattage there. So if you look at mining now, actually it just seems to only be looking at the Aleo miner part right here. So I did not find a way to see the Dogecoin on mining now, but hey, you know what? We'll look at Aleo for now. So at 10 cents kilowatt, that's making just shy of 3 cents. This kind of moves around, right? Again, a lot of things are going on in the world at the moment. So Dogecoin price is down, but I definitely could see this going up a little bit, and we'll just kind of monitor that. And the electricity, it's only using about 16 cents of electricity, and the income's about 18 cents per day. So pretty spot on with the wattage, pretty spot on with the hash rate, and pretty spot on, I would assume, with the efficiency if both of those are doing well. So for today's video, we are using DxPool just to refresh for you guys. This again will go up on the hash rate, and trust me, it's pretty accurate. It's just unfortunately I had to turn it off to make the video, like I said. And we can also look at Aleo's price right here. Actually, it's looking pretty good. It went up 6.7% today, finally back over 21 cents. And for Litecoin on DxPool, you know, you pretty much just come up here, you can click on Aleo, or you can click on Litecoin, or whatever you want to do, and it's been doing really well. Same thing here, not looking bad at all. Not a lot of rejected shares. You can see I've been getting paid out pretty decent. You can see my Litecoin, and you can also see some of my profits for Dogecoin over the days here. So yeah, it's been paying pretty well. And as advertised, yes, I would say the BYTE is doing exactly what it said it would do, plus or minus just a few percentage.
Okay, so let's talk about the profitability of the Goldshell BYTE, right? Because how much money are you gonna make? You're not gonna make a lot of money if you just get the Dogecoin or the script. This really depends on the pool that you're using. Like for example, I was using DxPool, which now does merge mining. So it's gonna get a bunch of different coins, and that could definitely help. But if you're using a place that's not using that, it's gonna be a little bit less. And it also depends on the other cartridge. So I also have Aleo stacked on top of that. And I'll show you on the computer how much that is making. That one's really up or down as well. It just depends on how many ASICs are gonna come out and how many full-size ASICs for sure. But just keep in mind, each one of these is gonna be about 60 watts. So Goldshell did advertise that properly. But if you're using two, that's 120 watts. And so your profitability really is gonna vary. But I would just say the safe bet, simply if you're just getting the one cartridge, is about 3 or 4 cents, or somewhere around 5 cents. Now do keep in mind, there's a lot going on in the world at the making of this video. You know, Bitcoin's going down a little bit, Dogecoin's going down. So certainly that could become 6 cents or 9 cents if something appreciates. But at the moment, it is at or around that for profitability. Okay, so all in all, for the Goldshell BYTE, again, I think it's like one of the coolest ideas that has come out. If you treat it like a prototype and you think about where could this go, I think it's awesome, right? But as a model for itself, I definitely think it's gonna be for like a newer miner, or somebody just trying to get into it, somebody not wanting to spend a lot of money, just something cool to put on your desk. And you're like, wow, I'm mining Dogecoin, I'm mining Aleo, I'm mining whatever it happens to be. But really cool device, by far my favorite device from Mining Disrupt or anywhere that I've seen as of late, because basically most of the ASICs coming out these days just kind of all look the same. So I definitely have to give it to Goldshell. Like, awesome device, really cool concept, and I hope that they continue to expand on this, and then maybe we'll see a 6 cartridge version and an 8, like I said, just like a GPU kind of thing. So I think it's really cool machine for what it is. I will put both of my discount codes in the description below. We actually have a discount for you simply from this channel. So shout out to Goldshell for doing that for all of you. And if you made it to the end of this video, please do put in 22, hashtag 22, helps me know that you made it to the end, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. DJ Minds signing out.